Now you might be thinking, oh no, he locked him in the closet again. No, this time, he's slacking. Come on, Milo, it's showtime. Where you at, baby? We gotta go find him. Honestly, I don't know where he is. So let's go find him. Yeah, there you are. We're waiting on you. He's lucky he's not really paid. Otherwise, he'd be getting a deduction. So anyways, welcome back to the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. How is it going this week? Hopefully it's been a very, very good week. A good inauguration week. Woo! Or maybe not, depending on what side of the fence you're on. We'll cover it here in due time. But first off, we need to get into the holidays of today, of course. Now let's go and start off with the first weird holiday, which is, of course, Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. You got any questions for me? You want more milk? No? No, you won't even finish that. I guarantee you. I swear, I hope someday we get the technology to be able to have like actual conversations with our pets. Next up, it is Life Day, where this is not the Life Day that was featured in Star Wars Christmas special, but instead is just our Life Day, where basically it's just a celebration of people being born. Woo! And lastly, it's Polka Dot Day, also known as Anti-Waldo Day, because, you know, that's why he wears stripes, because he doesn't want to be spotted. A little early dad joke for you there. Now let's go ahead and get into the good news of today, where, just mind with me here, I'm slapping it under the good news, okay? You can consider it bad news if you want. I don't really care. I'm putting it where I think majority would want it to be. Biden's inauguration happened, okay? And it went off without a hitch, mostly because no one was there. Let's just call it how it is. No one was in Washington, D.C. besides the press and celebrities and other political figures, okay? There wasn't anyone there. There was like 400,000 American flags in the main mall, so that way it signified all the passing Americans of COVID, which I think is a nice gesture, but at the same time, the first thing on my mind is, that's what my tax dollars paid for. That's why I didn't get $2,000. Instead, I got only $600, because we paid for so many freaking flags. It was a beautiful scene. I get it, but at the same time, I feel like there's something better that could have been done. Notice, by the way, he did not finish his milk. Alright, you guys see it. But yeah, with him being now in the office, things are going to start getting done. Whether you agree with what will be done or not is kind of up for interpretation. But things will start getting done now. So, we'll see where things go. Probably hell in a handbasket. But we're just kind of in here for the ride. And now we go ahead and get into the bad news of today, where you're like, that wasn't the bad news. Oh, great. What else is going wrong in the world? Well, the Olympics is probably canceled. Apparently, in a private meeting in Tokyo's government, they kind of said that the Olympics aren't going to happen. And I kind of agree with that. I think that that's probably the right call. But at the same time, that's kind of rough. That's really rough. You got people training to go into one main event every 4 years. And guess what? They're not going to have 8 years. And I really feel bad for them. I really do. Tokyo said that they are going to be aiming for a 2032. I think it's 2032. They're going to try and get a rebid in to try and host it then. So I guess that they're just going to miss out on hosting the Olympics, which is a major loss, but it is what it is if they cancel it. And then we got Beijing Olympics that will be happening next year. So the Winter Olympics. So at least we won't have to wait too much longer to have something to watch on TV. But now we need to get into the official dad joke of the day. Did you know I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed? That joke could put me to sleep. Yeah, I think most people are that good. But can you sleep with your eyes open? Because my cat can, and it freaks me the hell out. Now for the Did You Know fact of the day. Did you know that it's possible to lead a cow upstairs, but not possible to lead him back down? Now see, this is where my mind goes funny. Because I would love to see someone try and push the cow down, and then for it to just inevitably end like an episode of Family Guy where it just starts going, just like tumbles down to the bottom. It'd be funny. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad because this shouldn't be funny, but it probably would be. Either that or I'm just exhausted and like not funny things are funny for me. I don't know. It's one of the two things. But now regardless, it's time to get to that 2 cents moment of the day. Now's the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents. In the world today, it seems like people are often too judgy too fast. It seems as though people like to throw their judgments of different people before they even say a word to them. I know one person that said that they would go ahead and walk on the other side of a street just to avoid a black man. That man could be a very, very die-hard Christian who is like working for charity, but you would never know that. Instead, some people go with that instant gut instinct of, oh, he's a thug. But no, you don't have to go that route. You can instead give people chances to truly be your best friend. You never know what you'll find in life until you give him the chance. Just think about it. You gave your best friend a chance one day to prove themselves. Why not give it to complete strangers too? They were a stranger once. And you're a stranger to 10,000 other people every day, probably. Would you want to be judged by them? And that's just the damn truth. Like, I'm going to be doing this, like a little bit more of a breakdown of this in the next podcast that I do. Because I've been getting judged a little bit. In general, white people have been getting generalized a little bit. And I think a lot of people are just judging a lot harder right now with the whole not the Olympics, the inauguration. So I want to cover what I've been observing and like this whole divide that happens and is continuing to happen, and why I think it's all stupid because it's people making it themselves. Like originally I kind of determined this to be something that the news media was kind of influencing a bit, because they'd only be bringing up when a white cop shot a black civilian, because that's how it normally seemed to be. That's what caught the news. But now it's happening so locally now for me that I'm noticing it between friends, and I'm just kind of like, why? This is never a problem. Where the hell did this come from? So I want to cover that a little bit more in depth. But love each other. Don't shoot each other down before you even know each other's name. Come on. We're never going to achieve world peace if you keep on going, I'm going to that side of the road. Bye. But that's just my 2 cents. So thank you guys again for the continued support, especially on yesterday's episode. The kind words that were flooding in were very, very nice. And I'm doing fine. I ended up not snacking that night, and I'm going to pull it off again tonight. It's going to be a little bit rough, but got to do what we got to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the podcast. No, tomorrow's not the podcast. I always jump it a day ahead. Tomorrow will be probably playing card unboxing. I think that's what it's going to be. And then we'll have the podcast. But that's it for today. Thank you guys again. Good night.